Hey, hi, hello, good evening. Welcome to the middle of the week. I hope you've been doing well so far. Hope things have been on the up and up, or at least I've been going steady, right? As long as they're not getting worse, that's what matters, right? Hey, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good to see you as always. How are you doing? How have things been for you? As for me, it's been going all right. Work today, we had like a big meeting, but it was just like one of those typical self-congratulatory kind of dealios, and just like vague plans for future happenings and stuff. And with me being work from home, that was basically my excuse to just like go and F around for like about 2.5 hours. The meeting was going, right? It was great. It was alright, you know? Pretty good, thanks. Been enjoying the super sunny weather and took my first hazardous load today. Oh! Stepping on up. Oh man, it's great. It's great when folks trust you with the more dangerous things now. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm sure you did a great job of getting the hazardous load where it needed to go. Yeah, weather's been great, man. It's just been more of the awesome temperate weather, although it kind of got a little chilly. The past few days, but as long as it doesn't get like super cold. I don't know, I was on Twitter for a bit, and I saw some other people were like in areas where it actually snowed. I'm like, ooh. And it's like, oh, I feel for you, right? I've been in situations where it snowed in April. I'm like, weather should not work like this, right? It's spring. We shouldn't have snow in spring, especially not a significant enough snowfall to leave snow on the ground. What the heck? Something climate change, right? Worrying when you have a tanker that has a corrosive warning. Oh man, that's when you know, right? That's when you know it's like, yeah, don't screw it up, right? You gotta take everything slow and steady and be extremely careful. Can't say I've ever handled anything to that level, but I've certainly handled my fair share of like fragile objects, like my current computer tower rig, actually, because it's got glass panels. So you can imagine, yeah, you want to be very careful with that, right? You don't want to drop it, because you don't want to drop a computer tower regardless, but a tower with like glass panels, you extra don't want to drop that, right? Ooh. I guess, yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling. My case has one glass side. Yeah. You know that feel then, yeah. I mean, it's cool, right? It's cool when you got like the colorful tubes and you can, stick like figurines or whatever other decorations and went in there and make like a little mini inside PC case diorama, but you know, great responsibility and all that, right? Well, on the subject of responsibility, we're gonna cast aside any sense of responsibility here as we return to Aqua Moto Racing Utopia, our little jet ski getaway. Even if it is, the races themselves are intense. You know, you get the jet ski in a bunch of cool places, and I don't know, that's kind of cool in its own, right? Cool to see the red neons and stuff. Oh yeah, lighting and everything too. Good stuff. Gonna try to not get decapitated by the start-finish line. As long as the waves aren't wild, I won't have to worry about that, right? Well, we made it through one division, right? Let's see how many more we can get. Well, we're gonna get through one more, right? I feel like that's a good pace to go. We'll just knock out one of these big leagues every week. Great short, I have to say. Thanks. Definitely I like it, right? I like it when things are performing well. You had to retweet it. Ha. Thank you for that. Yeah, I noticed my more recent shorts have been fairly consistently hitting 4-digit views. I'm not sure if that's just like a glitch in the matrix or if things are on the up and up, but it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty neat. All right, we're gonna go to the ski division. We're gonna do some like actual jet skis and stuff, right? The Atlantis Beginners Cup. Got ourselves 4 races. Good old Atlantis. If you need like a mysterious underwater civilization, Atlantis is like pretty much your go-to, right? I mean, Disney made like a whole film out of it. They tried to make a whole animated series out of it, but unfortunately, it could only ever get to 3 episodes, so they just turned that into a direct-to-home video. Now I got people clamoring for, hey, we want more Atlantis. Hey, Disney, remember Atlantis? Atlantis was pretty cool, right? I'm kind of in that crowd, right? Give us a little Atlantis nod. You're there somewhere, right? Mr. Popular over here. It's like that meme, right? Like meme hit 1,000 views, and I'm just like biting the metal, spraying champagne everywhere, kissing the trophy people. Oh, I do have a lot of money, so I could get myself a pretty banger jet ski right out the gate here. Yeah, I'll get the Deep Blue Orca. It's only 4,000 smackaroos, right? I can roll with that. I really do like that this game gives you a lot of ability to kind of customize your everything, right? Like, they didn't need to give you the ability to customize your character or to customize like your watercraft paint jobs, but they'll let you do it anyway, and I can dig it. All right.
Welcome to this exciting ski competition.
Oh, it's like either early morning or sunset. Can't quite tell. They both work, right? All I'd have to say is sunset. Sunset race would be very, very appropriate.
Awesome. Missed it.
Oh, dang.
Don't hit that.
Oh, man. Okay. I have to get reacclimated to everything. Hey, I'm third, so doing all right. We're pretty close to second and first here.
Magnificent stunt, that one.
Any game that has customization in it is top-notch in my book. I'm right with you there. If a game has customization in it, especially if it's character customization, I am like way more likely to give it a go.
The turbo is fully charged.
The golden hour, yeah. Both kinds. Both periods of time work pretty well, right? Something about seeing a sunrise or a sunset just, it hits different, you know? Oh, that's the first person. Is A boost? Yeah, it is, okay.
Fantastic. Missed it.
Oh, nuts. That's okay, we're on the third lap. Got plenty of room to miss buoys on this last lap here. I guess a sort of related question. For all the games you played that had like character customization, which one was your favorite? I have to say mine might actually be the Animal Crossing series, and that's because they made the clothing like every clothing you can wear no matter what kind of character you had, right? And it was like a slow, gradual thing too, right? It's like, what is it? the earliest games, like, yeah, you can get hairstyles of the other gender, and then after that, it was like, okay, now you can have hats and socks. And then New Leaf was just like, fuck it, you can just wear whatever clothes you want. And then New Horizons went even further and was just like, yeah, we're not even gonna, you know, ask if you're a boy or a girl, right? Everyone's just like, you're like whatever gender you want to be, right? And everyone will refer to you in gender-neutral terms. So that was pretty rad, pretty cool of Animal Crossing, right? We had an epic sky this morning. It was like on fire with shades of pink. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. But without a doubt, I love the female character you had in Saints Row 3. Spent hours clothes shopping for her at each shop and all that. She had a super cute black and red cat backpack. Aw. Oh yeah, Saints Row.
And here's the
Saints Row had some fantastic character customization as well. Right, 2 had like all the clothes items and let you like do layers, pick individual layers for your clothes. And then you know, 3 and 4 had some pretty amusing pieces, right? Just like a wide variety of things for you to choose from. I admit I was like slightly angry about Saints Row 4 because like one of the clothes items I used in 3, it was like a tube top and a short jacket. For some reason they didn't have that in 4. I was very disappointed by that.
The turbo is fully charged.
Ah, nuts. Okay. So we'll go through here. Oh man, I'm 5th. Oh, I'm up to 2nd. Okay. Alright, today's place marker is being weird. It's fine. Favorite outfit of hers was a cheerleader skirt with a crop top jacket. Sounds very styling, very appropriately gangsta-esque, I have to say.
That's gotta hurt.
Used to give her those floofy boots. Sounds like a very good outfit right there. Something that would like slot right into like a sort of like an urban fantasy style of anime, I would imagine, right? You can imagine like an anime gangsta lady just having like the mini skirt and the tube top and the big boots, right?
Missed it.
Always a fan of the thigh-high boots that had all the buckles on.
Superb.
Yeah, those were pretty cool, right? But again, Saints Row 3 and 4 had some pretty great customization items in general. Wow, I actually made it through the shortcut that time. Let's go. Still 2nd, but that's fine. I'll take it. Sure was a finish. Or yeah, Vincenzo is eluding me. We're off to the Unruly Sea. Oh, okay. The oil rig territory, the one with the big wave size. All right. It's gonna be fun.
Oil rig. Here's the reigning champion.
I wonder if I'll be able to get past him.
Ready, set, go.
Oh man. There we go.
You can activate the turbo.
What? Was I not close enough to that other buoy? Oh Oh man, okay. We're gonna restart that. Mind you, the WWE games have very good customization for create a wrestler. Oh, yeah.
Here's the latest winner of this championship.
There's a reason why WWE games tend to get used a lot for storyline-based stuff, right?
Set, go.
In fact, wasn't that like a whole thing for a while? There was like a whole like Twitch Wrestlers League where someone just like created a whole bunch of various characters in a WWE game, like, and then they had storylines play out and everything. It was a big deal for a while. I remember listening to a podcast where they would talk about it in length and thinking that was like actually a pretty cool idea.
Missed it.
Anyway, this is also no lack of VTuber wrestling events as well. I know those have been on and off, right? Just like streams in general where they'll create their friends in WWE and have some fun there. I had to admit, I was half tempted to pick up a WWE game for the customization, but never quite took the plunge there. I don't know, I think it's just like the other part of it that I'm not quite as into, right? I'm not as much into the wrestling thing. It's a personal thing. I know other people do enjoy that stuff, but it's not how I roll. It's fine. I'll take the miss. Alright, something tells me Vincenzo here is probably going to be the overall champ. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up to this guy.
Last lap.
It's a thing, yeah, Twitch and YouTube hold federations based on created characters. Yeah! You know, like, created storylines and everything, because that's the other thing WWE had, like most of them, was like ways to create story scenes and everything, right? You could kind of make your own dialogue, put out a scene, and just get some crazy stuff going. I don't know, I remember Giant Bomb's WWE Quick Look like a super long time ago, where one of them just like created a story like right in that video and just made the dumbest story ever, and it was great.
Close call this time.
For me, the Xbox 360 WWE games were the best because you could use your burn songs as entrance themes. Ah, yeah. Back in the day when they let you do that. I miss custom soundtracks. And yeah, WWE entrance themes would be a very good reason for one of that, right? It's a shame. It's a shame that you can't do that anymore. Guessing the music industry probably just had a heart attack. You know, like, you've got to do that. Which is a bummer, because some games put it to good use, right? Like, some of the rhythm games let you use a song, and they would like create a whole thing out of it. Like Space Invaders Infinity Gene had like a whole side mode where you could load up a song, and then they would create a level out based on that song. You know, it was pretty neat. Oh yeah, games that just let you use custom soundtracks in general. I still remember Burnout 3 having that option, and just like, you know, screaming through the highways at like 230 miles per hour to the tune of Everybody to the Limit from Homestar Runner. That was a cool thing for kid me, right? So cool having a character come out to Sephiroth's theme. Ha! Oh, Paru. What is that? Paruzar, thank you so much for the follow.
The turbo is fully charged.
You did not forget to follow me? Okay. I believe you. Especially since you did it now.
Last lap.
Welcome. Thanks for checking me out. How are you doing? I remember years ago there was this rhythm racer that will let you copy paste a YouTube link and use that song. Oh! I don't remember a game that used a YouTube link. I was about to say, are you thinking about VibRibbon, right? Because VibRibbon was the one that came to mind, but VibRibbon had you like swapping CDs and stuff, but This one let you use a YouTube link. I wouldn't be surprised, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a game that would just like, you know, go, hey, put in a YouTube link and we'll do stuff with it for you, right? We'll get something cool out of it. Oh man, I finished third. That's fine. That's still podium position, right? I'm still second. It's fine. Vincenzo was untouchable, so you know what? He deserves that trophy, right? My head is spinning from trying to finish the procrastinated work, so I'll be lurking while you play with the water. Huh? Alright. Thank you for the lurk, and best of luck with your work. That's always a... man. I don't know. I kind of feel for you there. I was also in the procrastinators club. It was just like a mental thing, right? I could have very easily just like, yeah, just sit down, get the thing done, and not worry about it. But for some reason, it's like my mind is just like, yeah, you don't worry about it. You got time up to the point where you don't got time anymore, and you're like, ah, nuts. Thankfully, it never reached a point where I absolutely had no time to complete my projects, but you know. Yeah, the mental brainworms are a heck of a thing sometimes. I get that. Thank you. You are welcome. All right, we're off to the next I guess event. Next event here, TravelNeat.com resort vacations worldwide. The worldwide race tour. This has to be a... I imagine this was a thing, right? TravelNeat.com. I'm half tempted to like just put this into a browser and see if this is still a thing. Or maybe it went bust in the meantime. Who knows? Could also be a fictional company, right? I never factor out that. Procrastinated for like 2 weeks, so it's piling up. Feel like a salaryman working overtime now. The endless works. Ouch. Little by little, right? Just take it one step at a time, and hopefully you'll see that pile go down. Best of luck. That was me in high school. Leave things as long as possible before you know it's deadline. Oh my god. Were you like to the point where you had to stay up late, like the very night before it was due, just like rushing to get things done? Cause I did that a lot. I shouldn't. I absolutely shouldn't, but I did. Does tight corners mean sharp corners? Yeah. This means you know, you're gonna have to turn very far. Like you can see the upper left, right, just above me, and you can see on the bottom there too. You know, just gotta take care around them, right? Can't just full blast it around the corner there, because you'll probably go wide, really wide.
Welcome to this exciting
You be there doing stuff on the bus ride? Oh man.
Here's the latest.
Yeah, I kind of sort of reached that point at times too, right? It'd be like the morning,
Ready, set,
right? The whole before school or like during homeroom or something. I'd be just frantically rushing to try to do everything. That's at max. Doesn't that mean you have to turn it like it was a 10-degree angle? Maybe. Granted, you know, the meter thing is... I can't quite quantify it, but yeah, I imagine a maxed out meter would probably mean you have to do like the sharpest of turns, right? You have to practically go to a standstill, or like just be really good at pivoting, which I'm not. Me and school had a love-hate relationship. I called it selective learning. I think a lot of my friends were like that, right? They had particular subjects which they absolutely enjoyed, and other ones that they absolutely abhorred, right? I imagine everyone was like that, but I don't know. Part of me was like okay with learning about stuff that I maybe wasn't exactly the biggest fan of, because you never know, right? Like, sure, maybe I won't use physics in like my everyday life, but on the other hand, at least knowing the general idea of why things are the way they are isn't always the worst idea, right? Like, sure, maybe I might not have to calculate the exact distance at which something's going to fall if they, like, fly off a waterfall, but knowing why that's the case might be fine, right? At least it was for me.
It's a win.
Oh no, your stream just now became one of my procrastinating reasons. Stop being so entertaining and interesting. Ah. Oh, I'm glad you think I am entertaining and interesting. But yeah. Art and creative writing, sign me up. That seems to be the divide, right? Some people are more into like the technical side of things, right? The sciences and what have you, and other people are more into like the creative arts, like the art and writing and you know, digital graphics and things like that, right? That was your jam. I mean, it would explain a lot, right? The people who tended to be more bored during like math and science tended to flourish a lot more in things like in classes where they could kind of apply their own unique touch to everything, right? When everything's not like a cold equation, right? I get it, right? It's even more annoying when, you know, there's only like the one correct solution, but you keep on trying to find it, but it's like, right, no matter what you do, you just cannot reach it, right, for whatever reason. And yeah, I get that, right? It can be frustrating. Like, I've certainly had my share of puzzles in video games where I feel like I just enter my wits' end trying to manipulate every single piece, trying to find the one solution the developers want me to find in order to proceed, and it's just like, I get it. Yeah, for some people, that's what like those equations feel like, right? They feel like those annoying video game puzzles that stop you from getting to the fun stuff. Even though I get messages in my books like, you've worked hard, but it's too violent. See, that's a matter of taste, right? And I wonder if it's a sign of the times. I wonder if I would hope that teachers these days would at least try to be more like, okay, see what a kid is good at, and then try to sort of nurture those strong points, right? Like if you know, someone shows like an interest in like programming or something, maybe direct them towards more programming courses, or if they're into art, maybe give them ways to kind of let their art talent flourish, right? I know that sadly isn't always the case, but I have to admit, I've been out of school for a while, so I can't really say what things are like now. I guess I could like ask my nephew and my little cousin, but
Ready, set, go.
We need to go through here. Okay. All right, we're just straight out of an action movie in this one. Just having ourselves a big old chase through the super narrow river, right? This is where we're kind of like making it out via the secret aquatic escape route. Got like the briefcase in one hand. We're desperately trying to fend off our pursuers while they're having to go at us. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's a cooldown state for that. Wait, can I air off of this?
That looked painful. Missed it.
Wasn't long enough. It's fine. This is like a very technical. Well, not very, but you definitely have to pay more attention, considering there is actual consequences for and veering off course. And not just like, oh, you're gonna miss a buoy, right? You're gonna bump into a wall, lose a bunch of speed, maybe crash and lose more time than you'd be comfortable with. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Fine, fine. Everything's fine.
Last lap.
My art teacher was a good guy. He always let me borrow his kettle to make some cup noodles at dinner breaks. Ah. That's always nice, right? When you get the one teacher who's willing to go above and beyond to help you out. I had a teacher in elementary school that was like that. She helped my sister and me a lot get through those years. And then I had another teacher that was that I really liked. I can't remember why exactly I liked him, but I remember like all the way up to high school, they had us like, you know, write a paper about who our favorite teacher was. And I specifically mentioned the teacher from elementary school, right? And to put that in reference, it was like a whole 10 years later, and they gave the letters to the teachers, right? And like my mom was telling me, because she stopped by there later, and the elementary school teacher actually talked to her and was like, "Wow, I actually got a letter from your son about how I was his favorite." And I was like really touched, because it was 10 years since I last taught him, and oh man, can't believe he remembered me after all this time later, right? Oh, that's nice. I know, right? I imagine it's got to be like the best feeling for a teacher. Right? It means that they're doing something right, right? When like they see someone many years later and they're just doing great, and they talk about how great you are, and it's just like, ah. I had another friend who was a teacher, and he had stories like that, right? So that was pretty cool. All right, actually, the final race of this particular event here, the Rough Rocks. Lots of narrow passages and tight corners. I can see some of them there.
Mediterranean coast.
So slight pivot. What
Here's
kinds
the
of
reigning
cup
champion.
noodles did you like? When I go out and like, all right, I'm gonna go get a box of cup noodles, I usually look for shrimp or chicken. They're kind of boring like that. Occasionally, if I'm feeling adventurous, I'll go for the beef, right? Or maybe like the spicy chicken, but other than that, no. I know some people make a show of like getting some of the crazier flavors, like the one breakfast or the s'mores variety, but I'm like, I like trying out of the way flavors, but that might be a bit too out of the way for me.
Turbo is all charged up.
Go-to back then was chicken and mushroom. Sounds like a good combo right there.
Outstanding technique.
Had sweet corn in it. So it was kind of like a chicken noodle soup, really, right? It's chicken noodle soup, but have ramen noodles instead of like the usual kind of noodles you would have like with your chicken noodle soup. Sort of, yeah. All you would need is like eggs in it, and it would be exactly like the kind of chicken corn noodle soup that my parents used to make way back in the day.
Remarkable control.
And again, chicken soup is like one of those super versatile foods, right? You could make it with egg, corn, and noodles. You could also throw carrots and celery in there if you wanted. Some onions. It's something that lends itself to a lot of variance, right? It's hard to mess that up. Yeah, only got second this race, but that... Oh, wait. I forgot. I didn't realize this was the third lap. I thought we were already on the third lap. Okay. Well, this is mine to win and mine to lose. Oh, wait. Saw someone just, like, ate it on the buoy. Ouch. Talking soup, it has to be oxtail. I never had oxtail soup before. I'm sure it's good. Ah, nuts. That's what I get for trying to trick. I should have just jumped off of it. Or I could always try like a manual trick, but shit's so complicated, man.
It was really close this time.
It was, but I think I got first in 2 of the races, so this should put me at first overall. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Nice big chunks of meat and carrots. Mmm. I like that. Sounds like actually like a soup that another kind of soup that my parents would make. I think it's called tit ba kaw. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's basically like a stew with beef and carrots, right? The beef is prepared in a certain way. You kind of have the broth also prepared in a certain way. You put some carrots in there. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Sounds nice, yeah. It is pretty nice. Well, we got first. Oh. And since this is like early on in the thing, they've also have lower cash prizes as well. So it almost feels like it's like 3 separate tracks, right? It's not like a progression of easy to harder as time goes on. It's more like just like 3 separate leagues you're going on. New watercraft unlocked. But that's not going to matter because the next 2 divisions we're going to are going to have different kinds of watercraft entirely. And we're going to have all the money to afford them. Potato and leek. Sounds like a good side soup right there. Oh man, we're going back to the shipyard. Waves! Big waves galore. Alright. Ooh, this one's got the maxed handling stat. The deep blue orca. I like how it also, I mean, you can see why it's called an orca, right? Well, it's not like I get any of these anyway because the orca has the maxed steering stat, so that's the one I'm taking. And we're just gonna keep these colors, right? What would I want this watercraft to keep living up to its name, right? Just feels appropriate.
Welcome to this exciting ski competition. And here's the reigning champion.
Orcas. The natural enemy of the moose.
Ready, set, go!
Oh boy, that body went flying. You know, when I played this game, I wasn't expecting like you know, body physics, right? But I guess it makes sense considering you've got your character loosely holding on to this. It makes for some good shenanigans. From the shows I've seen, them orcas can be super vicious, so I bet. I mean, they're large. They can be in charge, right? Can absolutely throw their weight around. And what are the other guys gonna do, right? Do you want to go provoke an orca? Like, to be honest, I wouldn't want to provoke any animal, but that's knowing that the animal could like completely just eviscerate me if they looked at me funny, or if they think I'm a threat to them. Poor ones to have to perform in the sea life centers and stuff. Yeah, I remember. It's one of the things I can appreciate that there grew just like more and more pushback to that kind of thing. like, are there facilities that still do that? I thought they all kind of stopped doing that. Or am I thinking of circuses? I know a lot of circuses just stop using live animals for tricks because that's actually kind of cruel. But I'm not sure if like sea life centers have kind of stopped using marine animals for shows and stuff for the same reason. Yep, animals are banned in our circuses. I'm pretty sure they're banned in circuses in America too. Which, good, right? Just that can only be good. I know there were some circuses that shut down because of it, because, you know, the animals are like the big draw, which is like, eh. It is what it is. Okay, this Zora fella is, can't believe it. They did a takedown on me. They did a takedown on me. What a choke.
That's it.
I was doing so well, and then they did a takedown on me. How dare they? Now I want like a combination jet ski burnout game, right? It's like Aqua, Moto, Racing, Utopia to Takedown. Every time you take down an enemy jet skier, you get extra boost, and you can revenge takedown. Yeah, just to put in a soundtrack that includes like Junkie XL and Rise Against and the Yellow Card, those folks. I'm kidding, of course, I'm kidding. I like those places that have those arched aquariums that you walk through. Oh yeah, like the underwater tunnels. Those are cool. I like those. Even if it feels a bit harrowing, but you know, they wouldn't keep those open if they weren't safe for people to walk through, right? Feels like the kind of thing where if you know, things are potentially unsafe and they let people through anyway, and something happens, that's just a disaster or a PR incident, international incident possibly, just so many incidents in general. But yeah, walkthrough aquariums. Have you been in one of those? I think I walked through one like a long time ago. And it was the raddest thing ever. Dang it! I was hoping I could thread the needle through that ramp, but alas, it's fine. Still got 2 laps. I can I can bring this back. And even if I don't, second is fine. How do these guys just like weave around the buoys no problem? Gotta be like some sort of technique I'm missing here.
Last lap.
As I remember, Need for Speed 3 had one of those that you drove through. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, it's hard to not stop and watch fish streaming or swimming, I bet. Especially since you can like see them from all angles. You can really follow where the fish are going. It's got to be pretty neat. Yeah, it's not surprising that a good number of racing games also include like the underwater tunnel as a track segment. Right, the game is like even somewhat not grounded in reality, you know. One of them's there's gonna be some part of a underwater tunnel there somewhere, right? It's just a cool thing, right? It's just a cool thing to drive through. Hey, from 4th to 1st, I'll take it. We're doing the wild swirls. It's your classic Cloverleaf format. not so fun getting sneezed on by a sea lion while feeding them fish. Oh. Alright, when animals do animal things.
Here's the
At the very least, it's... You could at least pretend it wasn't deliberate. Although, yeah, the sea lion mucus, I imagine, just gotta be... Yeah, I get it. That'd be the kind of thing where if that, like, happened to someone, they'd probably take your side and be like, okay, we'll give you a shirt, right? Come with us to the gift shop and we'll give you a shirt. Okay. How the heck am I supposed to clear those ramps? We're clearly not going to get enough boost to get over all the ramps. It was like doing tricks help me get extra air. Nope. I don't get it. I saw that other person didn't wipe. How come I wiped? That's it. We're boosting over this one. Clean jump. Maybe that's what I should do. Just save my boost for the last turn of the last lap. And while everyone else wipes out, I go right over. No problem. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Yeah, well.
That's gotta hurt.
Heck. It's not like I bail when I hit any other ground. Why is it that one specifically? Oh. I wonder if I'm just doing something wrong then. I cleared that one, no problem.
What an exhibition this has been.
Well, that was a lucky first place finish. I'll take it. Just take it and run. You know what they say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Especially because the horse might sneeze on you or spit on you, right? Depending on how they're feeling.
And here's the reigning champion.
You ever go to those safari parks where monkeys sit on your car as you drive through? We didn't do a drive-through park, but I did do like a walk-through safari tour once. And yeah, we did. They did have like monkeys freely running around. They even gave us like little baggies of fruit for us to give to the monkeys. That was pretty funny because one of my relatives that was also with me was trying to coerce the monkeys with the fruit, and then the monkey kind of went and just like grabbed the whole bag and then scurried off. They're like, it knows, right? It knows where the big prize is, and it went right for it. That's a fun time. Oh, wow. Well, there's our start line, close line for the night. Haha. As far as like a sort of a vehicular safari tour, the closest I got was like a ride in Animal Kingdom, actually. So it really wasn't that much of a exotic tour. Becoming a meme at this point. Yeah, especially in these choppy waters, right, where we're more likely to kind of smack into the banner there. Oh man, okay. This race is basically just like a big old loop around a tanker. You know, that's a pretty cool track idea, right? I'll give them props for that. So that's a pretty cool track, right? Reminds me of the Afterburner track in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, which is basically you race between two aircraft carriers, and that was also like a really freaking rad idea. So, well, yeah, props to this, right? Simple but cool. You know, just simple. Oh, great, I'm gonna lose. Damn it! Realized when I missed that one buoy, I was just like, oh nope. I missed too many beforehand, so I failed out of it. Whoops.
Here's the latest winner of this championship.
Remember the very first time you went to one, we had to get the guide guy because a lion was starting to chew on the cart. Oh, yeah. Oh man. It's like, you know, they're kind of messing things up, but you know, you don't want to provoke them for a variety of reasons because well, they could easily tear you apart, and you know, just animals doing animal things, right? Hi, Bryn, hold on.
You can use the turbo now.
Fewer buoys are missed now, the more I can afford to miss in later laps, right? That's one way to look at things. Doing alright. We're keeping pretty close to Zora here. Oh, nuts. Almost completely turned myself around there. Oh, I got boost. Ah, didn't pop it before they took it away from me. Curses.
Missed it.
Alright. Well, I was hoping I could save it for the last lap, but I guess we're gonna have to... Oh god, nope.
You're out.
Dang it. That's what I get. Nope, that was on me. I will completely own up to that one. Oof.
Oil rig.
Was that
And
like
here's
to be
the
continued
reigning
vid of that
champion.
line opening the car door with its mouth? Oh snap. You just get roundabout just starting up. Ba 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 ba. Would that be more fitting with like the "we'll be right back" style of game, right? Because the line opening a car door could both be a horror thing or like a kind of goofy shenanigans related thing, depending on kind of
You can use the turbo
work
now.
we're talking about here, right? Definitely you'd see on Live Leak. Yeah, definitely be the kind of thing that would be like a daily dose of internet thing, right? Just like the 5-minute clip of the lion, or not 5-second clip of a lion opening the door and be like, oh snap! And then they move on right to the next video.
Missed it.
As if nothing happened at all, right? Not gonna elaborate any further on it. This is only the second lap, and I can only afford 2 more buoy misses. It's fine. It almost feels like a strategy after a point. It's like, okay, if I cut across here, I'll take a few misses, right? But as long as I pop my boost, I should be fine, right? It's almost like a shortcut in a way.
Last lap.
Oh, watch a video of a lion just climbing in a tourist bus for snuggles. You're like, oh, yeah. Imagine
Missed
a
it.
good number of tourists are probably terrified by that, right? It's like, oh, snap a lion, but it's okay. Lion just wants to be friendly, and as long as you're not threatening it, it should be okay, right? Ah,
That's it. It's over.
4th place, man. Do I want to give that another go? Yeah, let's keep at it, right? Let's at least try to go for podium.
Oil rig.
Put ourselves in a good spot for the next few races.
And here's the reigning champion.
It is pretty funny though how
Ready, set, go.
big animals will have like the characteristics that you would see in like the more domesticated animals, right? Like how the big felines like lions and tigers will have will do certain things like cats would, because you know they're all of the feline persuasion, right? It's like you put out a box, right? Put out a box and you'll see like a lion just like go up and snuggle it and try to get super comfy in it, like a cat, because well they are a cat. in a way. This is funny though. Let's see, right? Or I've seen videos of like zookeepers, right? They'll like do videos of them just kind of like tending to animal habitats, and you'll see them like take care of lions and tigers and stuff, and they're like the most affectionate creatures ever. I imagine the keepers are still very careful around them, but I'm sure they're also able to tell when animals like super friendly or when they feel super threatened, right? If it was a tiger, you'd be all for that experience. Ooh, thought I was gonna smack into the banner there, but yeah, I did. Oh god, I see Zora is just completely outpaced me, but that's okay. I can work with that. Oh, nuts. Alright. I can afford one more miss. I don't think I'm gonna get enough boost for one charge, but that's okay. I can just finish second. Oh god. Crap. I flew too far. I flew too close to the sun. Well, no, I didn't fly too close to the sun. I'm pretty much at the same level I was for the whole race, right? If you average it out, I'd be at the same general distance from the sun. I'm not even flying, I'm swimming.
Ready, set, go!
Whoa. Man, despite the seeming simplicity of this track, this is the one that is tripping me up the most. I wonder if it's just like me getting too comfortable with it, right? Underestimating how tricky it can be because of the waves and the spacing of the buoys and everything.
The turbo is fully charged.
And little pandas are like a bunch of hellion toddlers getting into everything, and poor Keeper was trying her best to corral them in one area, and they were like, nope. Ah, yeah, baby animals in general, right? They just got that curiosity to them. They're like, ooh, what's that? What's that, right? It's kind of like herding cats, am I right? Yeah. On that sort of note, I remember this one other video I watched. It was like of a dog with like a bunch of puppies, right? And the puppies were all getting up to antics and stuff, right? They were all running around, yapping a lot, right? And doing everything. Suddenly, like, the mother dog just comes in and just barks really loudly, and suddenly all the puppies just, like, stopped, right? They stopped and they all lined up, and they were like, oh, snap. It was like, Mama Dog has enough of all your shenanigans. Everyone, behave now. It was pretty great to watch. Like enough now, right? That's exactly the vibe you got from it. Mama Dog was just like, Mama Dog needs sleep, and you need to behave. Dog version of I'm gonna count to 3. It kind of was. It kind of felt like that, right? The way the puppies just all stopped, right? They just stopped.
Just outside the podium.
Oh, god damn it. That was the 3rd lap? Frick me. Holy cow. Alright. The moment we get a 3rd or better in one of these races, I'm moving on, right?
Ready, set, go!
Man, this track got hands. Whew. But you know what? I ain't even mad. This track is fun. I'm having fun with this race. Although to be honest, I think if this track had like the Afterburner theme from Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed playing, I'd probably have a blast, a lot more of a blast. Not that I'm not having a blast already, but certainly be more of a blast. Interesting. Oh, you watch an interesting one with dogs just coming out of anesthesia. They're just like the most zonked out. Just like kind of seems like they're just staring into space most of the time, or barely reacting to things. Oh yeah, Pet's just like kind of wearing off of a sedative, man. It's like both funny and kind of like, oh, poor baby, right? They're like, oh no, I don't know what's happening. And they don't know any better, right? It's like just some crazy thing for all they know, but yeah. Walking into walls and stuff, oh, that's serious, huh? Yeah, it's okay. Pets are built different. They can endure a bit more. Right? Like, how many times have you seen a pet just like take an absolute spill and come out mostly okay, right? There are cases which they don't, but for the most part they can usually walk away from something just fine. There we go. Strategic last-minute boost got me to the first. Holy cow! This race was pretty much first or bust. Thankfully, I finally got first. Yes, I get to preserve my first place victory. We can finally move on to Night Waves. Also, I just realized this is the Caramba Swimwear Ski Racing Cup. I need to look up that brand to see if they're still around. Hardwood floors and the doggo trying to make a hard left. Oh yeah, dog just gets zoomies on the hardwood floor and they're just like slip sliding as they try to take the corner. Like they just go smack into a cabinet.
Ready, set, go.
I think there was a commercial that was pretty much like based on that, where it was for toilet paper. You saw like kids just like take a big old stack of toilet paper and set it up at like certain parts of the kitchen. And then, like, a moment later, you see the dog just, like, zoom through the kitchen, too, and then they go slip-slide as they take the corners, and they run, like, into the toilet paper. So they're all cushioned and safe. That was pretty fun. Oh, that was a bad place for the boost. Whoops. Or, like, when you recently, like, cleaned the floor, right? And it's now all clean and shiny and everything, and the dog tries to do their usual running route through it, but then suddenly they're like, oh snap, it's on ice, and you see them desperately trying to get their grip back as they're slipping, sliding. Pet shenanigans, am I right? And it's one of the fun things about pets. You can get into all sorts of shenanigans with them. Right? You know, you spend enough time with each other and you can have little fun activities that you do with each other. You know, they're always into it, no matter what, right?
Last lap.
Yeah, you hear the click-clack of the claws? It's like, yes, you want something, don't you? Alright, they just, like, walk up to you and then they stare at you expectantly. They're like, what do you want this time? Sometimes it's obvious, and sometimes it's like, alright, I'll pet you now, alright? Like, well, what else am I gonna do? You're here and you're adorable. Why not? Alright, I guess Zora can go ahead and get one first place victory.
It was really close this time.
Might as well let her have one of them. I am still the overall winner anyway. Pretty soundly too. Let's do it. 5,000 bucks. Yeah. Oh yeah, Husky's arguing with the humans and howling and stuff. My favorite. It's one of the more amusing kinds of pet videos, right? Just moments with Husky, right? Like they're in the bathtub and the owner's just like, hey, let's go for a while. Nope, I'm not gonna turn to the foot. Right. Yeah, they get settled and cozy and they'll come up like, I want to go out now, get up, right? Or on the flip side, you get a cat. And they go sit down there in their lap and they're like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing for the next few hours, right? Ah, it's another 4 event. So we're starting with Against the Skyline. Oh, it's a nighttime race. Oh, this should be cool. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the Orca. Use left trigger to go around buoys faster. It's because it's the brake, that's why it lets you go around buoys faster.
Here's the reigning champion. Ready, set, go! Terrific.
I remember I was eating a meat and potato pie my mom had sent our doggo in, so I had to share. Aww. And the dog wants like the human food, right? It's like almost any time meat is involved, you know, the dog's gonna be right there, but like, can I have one? Or maybe the more conniving types would be like, just wait for the opportune moment to go snatch it. Right, snatch it from right out under their noses. I've seen plenty of videos like that too, where someone just leaves a nice plate of delicious food on the table, and the moments later you see a dog just like leap onto the counter, grab a piece, or maybe grab the plate and then scurry off. And like, right. They can do that. Yeah, the look and then the drool starts. Right. They like have their tongues hanging out. They're just like giving you those pleading eyes. Please, may I have a bite? Or 10?
It's a win.
Oh my god, wait. Was that like an actual last second finish? Just 5/10 because I took the tighter corner? Holy moly. I'll take it. I will absolutely take this. Can you imagine if I just like accidentally pressed X there? I would be very upset. Give them a bit and it feels like you lost a finger if they're snatchy. Oh yeah! Right, it's like, yeah, they just like put their whole mouth into it. It's like, no, I just wanted to give you a little bit, right? They're like desperately trying to chomp down, but like, no, wait, not this much. Like, yo, calm down, just a little bit.
Pearl Dome. And here's the reigning champion.
This one time I was
Set, go.
at my cousin's place, right? And they had the cat, and my little cousin was like open up the container of catnip, right? And she was just like kind of messing with the cat that way. And so I mean, you know how catnip is for cats, right? And suddenly she was like surprised when the cat just like suddenly got like the biggest grip onto the catnip container. I was just like trying really hard to hang on to it.
Turbo is all charged up.
It's a fun time. Wow, what the heck? That was a wipeout. Man, this is a fast one.
Last lap.
Aww. The dangers of the figure 8. Crossover.
Missed it.
Yeah, screw that.
All this time.
I'll take the third. I'll take it and go. We're still up there. Ah, Philip is now my number 1 nemesis. Luckily, we got 2 races in which to kind of make up that deficit there. We're going to Bungalow Beach, which is pretty all-around track. We got a good amount of waves, good amount of narrow corridors, good amount of corners.
Tropical Islands.
Yes, they are tropical islands.
Here's the reigning champion.
You know, this is definitely one of my bucket list things. Just like go to a resort that's just, you know, just purely tropical zone, right? Something like this where you know, you got the piers and the huts out in the piers and everything. Man, that would be an absolute delight. Probably hell expensive though. Imagine even staying for like 3 days is probably gonna put you back a lot.
The turbo is fully charged.
Sounds like a place you get at a hotel resort, right? This very much screams just island resort right here, for sure. Reminds you a lot of Playa Azul in Mexico. I can see that, yeah. Oh man, right? The clear blue waters, the endless horizon, the dolphins, the sailboats. Oh my god, I would not mind spending a little time here. Alright. Definitely the kind of place where you could just get swept up in the moment. Just enjoy the here and now, alright? Don't worry about the outside world. That can wait for a little bit. Like being in a Bounty chocolate bar advert. Oh, is that something they do? Just like eat chocolate bars at a resort? Sounds pretty amusing. Other one thing I have seen from like what people have said about staying at these resorts is that, yeah, they do jack up the prices of like certain commodities, right? Like you know, your water and your candy or stuff might be several magnitudes more expensive than they might be elsewhere, because you are, you know, on an island far away from most everything else. And well, like where else are you gonna get it? You know. Ah. Taking that tiny corner wasn't even worth it. Ah. Do I want to retry that? I feel like if I maybe manage my boost better, I could get past them. Let's give it another go. This race isn't too bad. I could probably get through it, no problem. I just need to figure out the best ways to kind of use the boost and, you know, missing the buoys in order to get a leg up on the competition, right?
Ready, set, go!
Bounty bar adverts were always set on a tropical island because it's chocolate covered. Oh, I see. Of course, coconut, right. I can make the connection now. I get it. I think our chocolate covered coconut bar doesn't quite get the kind of extravagance that a Bounty Bar ad sounds like it does.
Turbo is all charged up.
Yeah, this would be the part where I could do the shortcut, right? Because those buoys are just so far apart. I'd save like a whole bunch of time just cutting straight through. Just like pop the boost, go on through, and shave off a couple of seconds. I'm beginning to wonder if I should go around these ramps too. Pretty much like the ramp rule in racing games. Like 9 times out of 10, you probably want to avoid the ramps because they'll lose more time than you gain, even if they try to compensate for you going off the ramp in one way or another.
Last lap.
It's the final lap.
Missed it.
It's okay, I can afford one missed buoy here. Alright, we're gonna go around this ramp. And we'll take the other ramp because it's pretty wide, and going around it would be awkward. No! Philip somehow got ahead of me again. Get back here, you son of a... Oh, I'm not gonna get enough boost to rocket past him. Unless... Hail Mary!
Close
Nope.
call this time.
Alright, I made second. I'll take it. Even if this means Philip kind of gains on me. This means I have to kick his butt harder in the final race, right? We're going off to... oh, staying on the tropical islands, but this time we're going to Coral Zone. Okay. Cadbury's made some sensual adverts for their flake bar. It was always a woman in the bath eating a flake. Very sensual and suggestive. All that for a flaky chocolate bar. Why would you eat a flaky chocolate bar in the bath? I don't know. Chocolate bits in my bath water is not my idea of a romantic bath, to be honest. But that might be just me. I don't know. Maybe someone else is. Oh, I mean, someone else probably is into that. It's the rule of fetish. If it exists, someone probably gets off on that, right? That's how it goes. Very messy for one. Yeah, for starters, right? It's just gonna be an extra round of cleaning you gotta do, right? You gotta clean that extra chocolatey bits off of you, you know? On a sort of related note, when I was out shopping last week, I did notice like a product that was basically described as like a hot chocolate bomb, right? It's like a bath bomb, but it's like for hot chocolate. You just like dunk the giant ball into a cup of like hot milk, and you get yourself some like very quickly decorated hot chocolate. That was like a pretty interesting idea. I mean, I know it also exists in other forms, right? I have a few of those myself, where you just make some quick, fanciful hot chocolate.
Missed it.
I think the particular ones I have are like sort of dipping stick style, where you dip the chocolate end into the milk, you stir it a bit, and then you go drink your newly created hot chocolate. Yeah, don't forget the mini marshmallows. Absolutely, yes. Gotta put the marshmallows in there. That was my favorite thing to do as a kid, right? It's like during the winter, come in for the hot chocolate, put the marshmallows in there. It's like, yeah. Perfect post playing in the snow kind of treat right there. Did you ever have the kind that had the Lucky Charms marshmallows? It seems like the kind of thing that's like, oh, wait, why didn't they do this before, right? So everyone likes marshmallows in their hot chocolate, so why not just like make them Lucky Charms marshmallows? It's the perfect match. Never got Lucky Charms there. Ah, man. I mean, admittedly, it's like a very, very sugar-based cereal, to the point where some people would derisively refer to it as candy, but I enjoyed it.
The crowd is going crazy.
We did it. We got first. Oh, Philip got third. I think that means we're... Oh, They probably got first because they won more races in first than I did, right? Or I guess their overall placement was better. Actually, I don't know how this works. Whatever. Second is still... I still beat 6 other racers. I'm on the podium. That's worth some. Everyone gets to salute my shorts, right? The XRC Racing Open is unlocked. So is that the 4th event or the 5th event? I guess we'll find out. Oh, wow. Number 5. Okay. Give me some Frosties with hot milk on, and I'm a happy Foxy. Personally, I like putting some peppermint in there too, right? Especially during the Christmas season when you get a lot of candy canes. Just like drop a candy cane in the hot chocolate, let it melt a little bit, and you get yourself some nice peppermint style hot chocolate. Couple that with some marshmallows and like, oh yeah. Now that's a holiday drink right there.
Welcome to this exciting ski competition. And here's the reigning champion.
Although, you know, I've only ever tried peppermint hot chocolate, right? I've only tried it with like the peppermint candy canes. I wonder how like other kinds of hot chocolate would taste, right? Like if I just like put another kind of candy cane in there, like say like a fruit flavored candy cane, how would that turn out? I imagine it would depend on the flavor, but I imagine for most of them it would be alright, yeah.
That looked painful. You can use the turbo now. That looked painful.
Curse this track with its sudden narrow passageways. Oh man, I'm 5th. We're pretty close to the next 2 positions here, so if I could just stop smacking into these underpasses, I might be able to get somewhere. Dang it, me. Why are you like this?
They're gonna be all right.
Ah! Threading the needle is it's not something I can do tonight. Oh my god. I bet that tastes like an After 8. What's an After 8? Is that like a very sweet confection kind of style drink?
Lap.
They're wafer-thin mints, dark chocolate with a layer of mint cream in them. Oh, dude. Sounds good, actually.
It was really close this time.
4th place. Alright. Let's give that another go. Felt like I was doing better by the end there. It was just a case of me getting used to the track.
This exciting ski competition.
Alright, here we go.
And here's the reigning champion.
Usually get them at Christmas. That makes sense. That definitely sounds like a little
Ready,
Christmas
set, go.
package right there. Good old mint chocolate. Almost sounds like I'm not sure if this is an international thing, but it sounds like the Andes kind of style of chocolates that you see sometimes, right? Like little mini chocolates that are like mint. They got the sort of the mint middle. No wafers though, but kind of like got the other stuff with them. Sneaky folks put the empty wrapper back in the box because they're in a line in the box. Ah. Very sneaky. Oh, man. Why would they do that, though, except to torment other people? Because it would be just as easy to, you know, not put the wrapper back in. Unless you guess you want to make it look like you haven't touched it at all, but that's kind of like a double dose of what the heck.
That looked painful.
Ah. Man. Making podium on this track is really challenging.
Close call.
Oh my god. I thought I'd lost it for a moment there. They almost got me. They almost got me by a 1/10 of a second. Alright, we're taking it. We're taking the third and going. The Ancient Tour. We're off to the Mediterranean coast. Alright. I forgot to switch watercraft because we are in a different class now, so we got different selection. Oh. So are all of the Orca watercraft just good handling? Because the Orca X3 is also good handling. More towards your neck of the woods.
Coast. Here's the latest winner of this championship.
Let's let the Italian fella
set, go.
take his W's.
You can use the turbo now. Superb.
Alright, it's fine. Realize I can only miss 2 more buoys before they disqualify me, so I gotta be extra careful. Also huge yes for that paint job. Oh yeah. Would be something for you. It's the red and black just speaks to you. I get it, I get it. It's just that personal appeal, you know? Are you for real? I thought they were going to finish that trick. They were probably like a split second away from finishing it before they wiped out. Alright, we're not gonna blow past them this time. And we still got like 1 more lap after this, so try to conserve our misses, right? Save them for when they really count.
Last lap. Missed it. Well, how about that?
So that's the thing about the easy stunt. It's a risk reward. Sometimes you might get the quick stunts, and sometimes you might not. And they also have like 2 separate categories. So I could just be like popping ground stunts every now and then. Ah, dang it. I probably should have taken the ramp. That would have given me the air needed for the boost to get past that guy, but whatever. A finish is a finish. You must be serious about it, having your master bedroom decked out in the red, black, and white of your persona. There you go. If you're gonna do it, might as well do it all the way, right? Just go all the way. You get that feel.
Atlantic Harbor.
And after a certain point, it just like becomes part of your identity, right? It's like how you feel most comfortable, you know? Go big or go home. Yeah.
Set, go.
Can feel like that. Man, it's like super rainy. Yeah, because we're pretty much in like the inner dock area of this zone. Ah. Oh man. The waters are super rough. I mean, they're super rough usually, but I imagine they probably feel a lot rougher because of the rains and everything.
Turbo is all charged up.
I'm even gonna get a good position. I'm like 7th right now. Girl's gonna get a chill with short sleeves in that weather. Well, long sleeves would just make everything feel cold and clammy, you know? Nah, I'm pretty sure they've created wetsuits that are very heat retentive. That's just gotta be a thing. Kinda have to be, right? You got deep sea divers who are gonna go diving in really, really cold places, so. You gotta have that thermal tech figured out. Gonna need the tinfoil hat they put on runners after a marathon. Do they do that? I've only ever heard of tinfoil hats in the context of, oh, this person's a conspiracy theorist, right? I didn't realize that was like a thing that had, you know, proper merit. Oh, a tinfoil blanket. Okay. Alright, I can see that, right? Imagine foil is pretty good at retaining heat. Alright. And yeah, you said tinfoil stuff, not tinfoil hat. Not bad. That's just me reading something that wasn't there. Curse you, brain. Why you do that to me? Screw it phase. I got a full allotment of misses for this final lap here. Might as well skip a few buoys while I can, right? It's like the old playground rhyme about counting to 100, right? 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. Although I'm not exactly skipping like 96 buoys here because my miss limit doesn't quite accommodate that, you know? You had one when you were in the hospital because they said you were shit. Ooh. Yeah, that would do it, huh? Ah. I can't imagine what that must feel like, right? Despite like taking every opportunity you can, trying to do everything you can to warm yourself up, and yet you feel absolutely cold. That's when you know, like, oh, you must be really, really sick or something. Ah.
Set, go.
It's got to be agonizing. Sympathies to anyone who's had to go through that, cause man. You woke up like an oven-ready turkey. Oh my god. When it feels like you only got 2 settings, it's like you're either too hot or too cold. That's also its own can of worms there. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna restart that. What the heck? I turned way too much there.
Jungle River.
Jungle River, Jungle River. Now break it down.
Ready, set, go.
I heard some people wiping out there, but they'll catch up before long. It does seem like this game has a pretty aggressive rubber banding going on here. I guess it makes sense, right? I want to at least have you feel like you've earned your win in some way, right? They don't want the opponents to just roll over and give you the trophy.
You can activate the turbo. Missed it.
Not surprising though, you had one of those hospital gown thingies, the ones that are pretty much open at the... Oh, yeah. The ones they always make a joke of. I've never had to wear one of those. Perhaps, fortunately. Can't imagine just like how awkward that must feel.
Last lap.
Yeah, it's like normally an open back on an Alpha is like a super sexy thing, but hospital gown's like, maybe not so much, right? Actually get first in this one. Rather than neither Kidnap or Vincenzo suddenly rocket ahead, or you know what? Spoke too soon.
What a finish.
That's okay. It's fine. I'm still second. Vincenzo was ahead of points anyway. Oh my god, I dropped the third. Whatever, I'm still third. Can't believe it, despite all that. Right, 3 seconds and 1/3, and that puts me at third. Well, it is what it is, right? If I wanted to place higher, I probably should have raced better, you know? I'm fine with this. It's still a good amount of money. I'm still on the podium. That's what matters. Yeah, probably blushing a lot. On the other hand, it's like, well, I imagine, you know, the hospital workers have seen it all. They probably know what it's like, so they're gonna at least try not to call attention to it as much as possible. Alright, we're off to the Speed Crew Extreme Tour. Oh, Lisa Drago has something to say to us. So you've made it all the way here. Not much of an achievement, really. The only person that matters is the world champion. And last time I checked, that's still me. There's no way you're taking the crown from me, so don't get your hopes up. I mean, you're probably right about that, actually. Oh, snap, 5? Alright. This event's got hands. It's already got hands. It's coming out swinging. Trickster Dolphin is locked. Dang it. Someone's up themselves. Yeah, they sure seem full of it. Then again, it's one thing to just to be hot air, but it's another thing to have the skills to kind of back up the bills, right? If they can walk the walk and talk the talk, then, well, can't help but respect that, you know? They've at least earned that, then, right?
You can use the turbo now.
Fine line between bragging and confidence. I can understand that. Yeah. Some people, they think they're all that in a bag of chips, but they aren't. They really, really aren't. Oh, wow. Okay, that would have been on the newspaper right there if I just kind of merged with the sign there. That would have been all over the news. Ooh.
Hope they're going to be all right.
What is with this track in particular? Why is everyone just like going way ahead of me? Am I doing this wrong? Is there like some particular part of this race that I should be doing better? I mean, apart from the part where I shouldn't be just like bumping to every tree like it's a pinball table. Good lord. 8th is usually not a position I'm in.
Last lap.
And yet here I am. Yeah, next time you jet ski, be cautious and don't dart yourself into signs. Yeah, it's me giving it a good smack upside the handlebars or something, right?
Finish.
Ugh, 6. This might be another case of first time unfamiliarness. Let's give that another go and see if we can get ourselves a better placement.
Welcome to this exciting ski competition.
I mean, it is the last
Here's the latest
event of
winner
the series, so
championship.
you would expect the racers to be a bit more cracked, right?
Ready, set, go.
Poor girls had some rough injuries. Been through a lot, that's for sure. Apart from just like bumping into anything and everything, also just like certain instances where they end up completely messing up in races, right? And just suddenly they just black out and they're just like right back at the starting line of that race. And like, oh, I guess Groundhog Days happening, and I guess I get another shot at getting good position in this race. They ate that tree hard. It's always funny when you see like another body just like suddenly go flying, like, oh, okay. So the computer racers aren't completely infallible, right? They will wipe out on occasion. Whether it's something that happens or something that's predetermined or like just algorithmically determined somehow, I don't know, but it is fun to watch.
Lap.
If I get second in this race, I'll be fine. If I get second, I will be happy.
Missed it.
Notice I am first now. Stay calm. Stay calm. Just race like you're always racing. Don't worry about anything around you. Just keep on racing like you are. Eventually, you'll make it to the end, and whatever position you get there, it's gonna be a good one, right? Like first, right? First is a very, very good position, even I would say, right? Wouldn't you say that? Wouldn't you say first is a good position? Whew. Would love to throw an airboat around this track. Ha. That's always the popular pastime activity. Imagine just like get a hovercraft, an airboat, like one of those what do they call those? Right, the swamp skiffs, the ones with the giant fans in the back. I believe they have like a specific name to them, but I don't remember what they are at the moment. Well, we're starting off at 12 points. We're going over to the calm Mediterranean for the next race, so. Oh, it's called an airboat? Okay. That's cool. It's pretty cool, yeah. Fun times.
Mediterranean coast. And here's the reigning champion. Ready, set, go!
You know what this game reminds me of? And I mean this in like the best way possible. It reminds me of those like pack-in racing games, right? The ones that you would get like the old versions of the PC, like your Moto racers or your monster truck racers, things like that. I think this is what this reminds me of, right? It's just like a bunch of races in various locations, you know. Not much rhyme or reason to them. You're just here to race, right? You're just here to kind of go fast and have a good time. Definitely the perfect kind of thing to have is like a pack-in game, right? To give you a few hours of amusement. Yeah, like don't question it, just enjoy, right? Sometimes it's good to have a game like that where it's just like, yeah, no, don't worry about like the story or how all of this is connected together, just to have fun with it, right?
Missed it.
Only one more. I can only miss one more, and then they're gonna kick me out already.
Last lap.
All right, that's it. That's all my freebies. Horizon Chase Turbo comes to mind. Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely. Oh, there it is. Whoops. Forgot there was a buoy there. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a game of, yeah, you're racing around the world. Why? Don't worry about it too much. Just enjoy it, right? Wow. You know, I was like wondering for the longest time, when is Horizon Chase 2 gonna come to PC? And turns out it's been on PC for a while, but it's only on Epic Game Store. And I forgot that the company that developed Horizon Chase was picked up by Epic, so I'm assuming that any chances of Horizon Chase 2 showing up on Steam is probably practically non-existent. So I guess if I want to play Horizon Chase 2 on PC, I'm probably just gonna have to bite the bullet and buy it on EGS. Honestly, I don't know why Epic does that, right? Why do they just force like absolute exclusivity on PC for whichever companies they pick up, right? Because you can't get Fall Guys or Rocket League on Steam anymore. That sucks. A bunch of other games that had EGS exclusivity for a while did manage to make it to Steam, but it was a long while, and they were like the big name games that would have a lot of money to kind of throw around to be able to do that. For someone like the developers of Horizon Chase 2, I can't possibly see that happening, sadly. Yeah, more chance of finding hen's teeth. Ah, I haven't heard of that saying before. I gotta use that more often. But yeah. At the very least, there's still some Horizon Chase Turbo DLC I haven't gone through yet, right? There's like the summer DLC, and I think there's like the DLC based off of the one racer that we could take a run through, so yeah, we'll get to that one day. Oh snap, that was the last lap. Damn! Ah, 4th place, alright. We're going again, we're doing it again. 3rd or above, that's what I'm okay with, right? Anything below that, I'm like, nah. We'll try again, try to get ourselves a better standing, right? A bit more of a buffer on the off chance we mess up on the later races. Which won't matter because I'll retry the later races until I get 3rd there too, you know? Banger soundtrack too, oh yeah. It was like a cool sort of retro-inspired kind of dealio, and worked pretty well.
The turbo is fully charged.
Dang it! Easy stunt picked not that easy stunt.
Superb execution.
How the hell am I fit?
Fantastic.
I really should be using. I really should be doing more flatland stunts, shouldn't I?
Interesting choice. Last lap.
Download it after you watch me stream it. So how many soundtracks have you picked up, like independent of the game? Must have been a lot. Oh, I thought I was gonna wipe out, but thankfully I didn't.
What an exhibition.
Oh wait, that was first. Oh yeah. Pulled it off right at the end there. Let's go. Pretty good shape going into race number 3 here. Atlantic Harbor, below the crane. Oh my god, we're gonna get a lot of dropping crates for this one. Thanks to me, my collection increased a lot. I don't know, I'm just drawn to like catchy tunes, especially if they're like.
And here's the reigning
even devoid of context, I like listening to catchy music or dramatic music.
Ready, set, go.
Remembering the moment that the piece of music is associated with just it really enhances the tune. So I can say that much. Super Meat Boy had a banger OST. Yeah, it did. Although I know the original Meat Boy has like 2 versions of the soundtrack, right? There's like the very first version, I believe, by Danny Baranowski, that's the one that most people will usually refer to when they talk about the Meat Boy soundtrack, and the one that everyone remembers fondly, but I think like later versions of the game, for one reason or another, had a different soundtrack composed by a different artist, and you know, still got good music, right? Still catchy music, but people don't remember it as fondly for a variety of reasons. Oh, you got a few for my Tokyo Extreme Racer run. Yeah. I wonder if they'll put that soundtrack out, right? Just put out like the soundtrack selections from Tokyo Extreme Racer. I guess it would depend on the composer. Since apparently most of the tunes in the Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025 were remixes of those from like previous games. But yeah, some of those tunes are like pretty surprising, right? Like the one with Cinderella Past Midnight. Suddenly just went like all RPG final boss-esque and everything. That was pretty wild. Only issue is that the songs aren't long enough. They're less than 2 minutes each. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with songs sometimes, right? Some of them you aren't going to hear for that long usually, so it's usually just like a short loop, but there are some others where it's like, huh, wish this song was longer, right? Or looped for longer, one way or another.
Missed it.
God damn it. How dare you, Lisa? You just go pull ahead at the last minute like that? How dare you? Even though I'm still leading this pack by 8 points, how dare you? Yeah, I had to make sure I counted that right. It is 8 points. Alright, we're going to the Eastern Canal. They're going to the narrow pathways. Huh. Surprisingly, not that much in the way of buoys, but I'm pretty sure the course is such that we're pretty much fixed anyway, right?
Eastern Canals. Here's the latest winner of this championship.
Oh. You know what surprised me? I didn't realize that actually came out. There's apparently a live-action Snow White film. I didn't even realize that was a thing until it came out and like absolutely bombed at the box office, and people were like, this is the beginning of the end for the Disney live-action. Maybe. I mean, they did say that they put like plans for live action Tangled on hold because Snow White live action just completely tanked. Yeah, it's totally bombed. Yeah.
Ready, set, go.
Like, apparently, no one was a fan of it. It's kind of funny because I was reading an article about like the live action films, and I I did not realize, like, just how many of them Disney made. There's so many live-action films. I'm quite shocked, right? Like, I knew there was, like, Lion King and Little Mermaid and you know, things like that, but I didn't realize they had, like, live-action Mulan and, other live-action films as well. Like, man, they were just really all in on that live-action train, huh? They just rode that, right? They rode that all the way into oblivion. Not surprising after actors shit on it in interviews. Oof. Ouch. Jungle Book. Ah, yeah, right. Although I heard that one was, like, actually good. Also, I know there's a live-action Lilo and Stitch supposed to be coming out, too. I wonder if that's just, like, too far along in production that they can't really stop it anymore, right? So in case they'll throw it out and then, you know, wipe their hands of it or something. Oof. Some films are best left as animated. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I guess it's like whatever first live-action film they did, they kind of struck gold with it. And they were like, oh, but why don't we make every film a live-action film then? Right? Didn't realize that the well would dry up eventually. Okay, is this? Oh yeah, Lisa in 7th. I'll take this result. But yeah, it was especially apparent with Lion King, right? Like, even though it was live action, it was still CG, but everything was realistic, and it like just took out a lot of what made the original Lion King so beloved, right? All right, time for the final race. We're back to the oil rig for the roar of the waves. Cost them like $300 million to make. That's the other thing. They went all in on it, and it's pretty much a bust, right? They pretty much busted out. They lost everything. They got like high card, and the audience was pulling like a royal flush. Okay, I got really thrown off there. I'm gonna try that again.
Oil rig.
As the saying goes, don't put your eggs in one basket. If only they could do that, right? But unfortunately, I think it's like, what, the state of like the high-end industry and things like movies, TV shows, video games is such that, you know, every game is pretty much make or break now, so really can't afford to kind of buffer yourself with a bunch of smaller, riskier projects, because it just doesn't work that way anymore. And, you know, it totally should work that way. That's how we get, like, creative ideas and everything, but... And yeah, it is like a symptom of the way things are now, but... Creative and Hollywood are two words combined that don't make sense, especially now, right? Especially since, you know, you hear about the expectations like the higher-ups have, right? Every movie's got to be a lead into like a multimedia franchise or like a greater universe or like some sort of merchandise line. Can't just be like a good piece of artistic film. And, you know, streaming used to be the place for that, right? That was the place you would go for your like your variable runtime shows and your more out there sort of movie premises. But even that's kind of starting to contract, as these industries usually do, right? When big money is the new goal, more so than anything else, and it can suck, right? Also, So a huge problem is using CGI as a crutch for films. Yeah. Especially when the CGI is obvious and looks out of place.
Missed it.
That's why when you see certain films just like commit to practical effects and
Don't hit that.
pull it off with aplomb, and everyone just loves it. Unfortunately, that's like its own can of worms, right? Just gotta be absolutely sure that the effect kind of goes off first try, because it's gonna be really expensive and really awkward to have to set everything back up.
Just outside the podium.
Just outside, I'm 6 out of 3rd. That's not just outside the podium. That's like me waving at it from the other side of the street, announcer. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna retry that. Jeez. I am missing something here. Just how do I get a better time? Man.
Here's the latest winner of this championship.
You know it's in the pan when you get CGI gore, just no practical.
Ready,
And
set, go.
depends. But yeah, practical effects, right? Especially like good... Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. I'm gonna restart. Yeah, a good practical effect, really...
All rig.
It can be great, right? Just from a visual standpoint and from a technical standpoint, right? Great on its own, and when you think about what has to go into the process of making it...
Set, go.
Yeah, talent and practical effects and stuff, right? So imagine this just got to be like a lot of time at the planning table, right? Trying to figure out how they want to do it and what they got to do to make it happen, and how to make sure it's all safe, and like what they need to do to make it believable and everything, right? And I imagine there's probably a budget too, right? Just how to do it with while spending, while making sure you don't like completely break the bank, right? Make sure you're not inflating the budget because of that one effect. Look at how good Stan Winston made the Predator and Terminator look. And, you know, sometimes the lack of effects, right, or like a sudden breakdown in set can lead to an effect that's like actually really cooler in hindsight. Like, I remember, was it Jaws? They had like a whole mechanical contraption set up for the shark, but then that broke down, so they had to rely on like perspective shots instead for the shark, and that ended up just working a whole lot better for the film. Right? Something like that. Sometimes it doesn't need to be shown, right? Sometimes you can just imply it. You can let the audience kind of use their imaginations to fill in the blanks, right? That can be cool, right? Oh, speaking of Predator, I heard that there was going to be like an animated anthology coming out for it soon, right? On one of the streaming services about Predator throughout like various time periods, hunting folks from that era. Right, it was like I think like Vikings, feudal era Japan, and World War II. Oh god, more Predator stuff. Haven't they done enough now?
Race is over.
Maybe they like smelled something in the water after Prey did well, right? Prey kind of came in and kind of revitalized that movement.
Rig.
Maybe it was that. Prey was a pretty good film, all things considered. Admittedly, as someone who has not watched Predator, I found it to be a good film.
Set, go.
Although I would agree everything is oversaturated. That definitely feels like there aren't that much in the way of original properties these days, right? A lot of it is like, you know, a revival, long-awaited continuation, or something like that. Again, it's just like the big guys just playing it safe, right? Just going to old reliable again and again. But even that well's starting to run dry, right? They've already done all the good stuff, and now they're left with like the mediocre, the bad stuff that they gotta somehow turn into platinum in order to stay afloat. It's like, It's all very, very awkward. Yeah, remake, reboot, sequel, prequel, multiverse. Like, and even if it ends up being good, you're just like, can't help that feelings. Like, yeah, we've been here before, you know? Like, sure, Silent Hill 2 remake, it's fantastic, it's wonderful. I certainly will agree, it's probably very well done, but also it's Silent Hill 2. We all know what Silent Hill 2 is like. We've seen HD versions of it, we've been here before. 3 is enough for any franchise. Yeah, 3 is about the sweet spot for, I think, the series, right? I mean, trilogy is, like, always a big deal. Especially since, Hollywood and a whole lot of other big-name industries tend to try to go for that trilogy thing, right?
Last lap.
Just don't get it. It's like I sail over a buoy once and then I'm just like leading the back of the pack. I feel like even if I get 4th on this one, right, I'll be fine with that. I feel like even 4th is a Herculean effort.
That's it. It's over.
Well, I'm 5th, right? We're getting a little better or a little luckier. I'm not quite sure. Looking at you, Fast and Furious. Yeah, that feels like a series that might have overstayed its welcome. I guess that's like the other thing with the long-running series. There's a element of spectacle creep because some people might feel the need to keep topping themselves, and there's going to be an upper limit of how much you can top yourself before things start feeling super ridiculous, and it kind of feels like perhaps Fast and Furious crossed that threshold a long time ago. Right, when your characters are going to space, right, or they're doing like sick swinging stunts with their car, maybe that's a sign that it's like, okay, maybe you're about to hit a ceiling, and or something, Alright, fuck it. I wonder if that's the one part where I should just, like, cut across, right? Just use that as my big shortcut, my time saver. Jumping the shark moment, oh man. Good old classic term, right? Good old Happy Days when popularized that one. I mean, you can kind of see why, right? If I remember correctly, Happy Days kind of started out as like a sort of a family sitcom kind of dealio, but then, it got progressively more focused on the Fonz and got more wacky up to the point where Fonz jumps sharks, and that's when people realize, okay, the show is like really, really different from how it started, right? That's why they call it jumping the shark. Oh, did that not count as passing the buoy? Oh, and I'm in 8th too. Oh, well, I'm in 8th because I didn't pass the buoy, right?
Oil rig.
Then again, I'm pretty sure if I did pass the buoy, my position wouldn't have been much better.
Here's the latest winner of this championship. Ready, set, go!
Well, pivoting from overdone sequels, how's everyone feel about Power Wash Simulator 2? I might actually be a little excited for that, Especially since they are adding things like shared progression and co-op. and like a hub world that everyone can return to. I have to admit, it's like a little weird that they announced that like right after they put out the Wallace and Gromit DLC, but I imagine they must have like a really tight pipeline there, you know. It's probably the best time they could announce it. OG is one of the most satisfying games ever. I know a lot of people would agree with that, for sure. I agree with that. Certainly something really relaxing about just slowly making a big thing clean. I always have to remind myself to not just kind of death grip my mouse anytime I use the power washer. Right, because my mind is going, oh yeah, it's a power washer, it's a device that could really go out of control, but I know in reality, it's just a mouse, right? The power washer is virtual. You're not going to lose control of it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what other changes they've made for Power Wash Simulator 2, right? The fact that you can do the whole game in co-op is already, you know, on itself just a big boon, so I'll probably be enough to bring me in. I still need to do all the DLC, right? Because they got a ton of DLC, right? It's like Final Fantasy, Warhammer, SpongeBob, Tomb Raider, Wallace and Gromit. A whole bunch of holiday-related stuff, too. It's kind of wild, right? It's kind of wild when you think about it. There is one spot I could cut across.
Missed it. That looked painful.
Frick me! Alright, I said I was gonna move on if I got fourth or better, so this is my moving on moment. Wow, look at that, still first! I wonder if I was agonizing over nothing. Hey, look at that. We did it. We got first overall, even though we kind of slowly got worse as the event went on there. Ooh. You get the same satisfaction from playing the House Flipper games. Man, I need to play House Flipper already. I got that sitting in my library. I just have not started it. Oh, snap! What? There must be something wrong with my ski. Dad, check my ski! Something's broken! Oh, and what are you doing here? You only won because there's a problem with my jet. Go celebrate your victory while you can. It won't last. Wow, sore loser much. Now I think about it, I didn't win first in the final championship in the first division, so I'm guessing that's why, what's-his-face didn't have an ending scene like Lisa did. Because I completely rocked this one. Well, there we go. Ski division complete, for the most part. Ah. Good stuff. The whole thing of just buying a total wreck and making into something super nice with custom pictures from your computer. Oh yeah. I imagine that must be the big draw of the House Flippers, right? When you get to the free mode, you can kind of, like, you know, make a property to your own vision as you see fit. Or maybe an architectural nightmare, depending on how you enjoy things, intentionally or otherwise. Reminds me of a thread. It was like a thread on the forum a really long time ago. I forget where it's from, but it was basically a guy who had absolutely no knowledge of how to build a house. He was building a house, and he was doing all this stuff that you shouldn't be doing while building a house, and everyone was kind of pointing out, dude, this is like what you shouldn't be doing while building a house, and it's like super dangerous. Maybe you should stop doing that. And he was getting all like belligerent and stuff, and like eventually the thread petered off, but it was quite the saga and became quite a meme, to the point where I think someone made a Doom map based off of it, right? It was like a Doom map based off of like the Nightmare House or something like that. Or was it of a bathroom? Maybe I was thinking about a bathroom. Right? Someone was making a bathroom that was like actually not the safest bathroom, and everyone was telling him, no, that's not a safe way to do things at all. And he was like, no, shut up. Yeah, at least hire professionals if you're gonna undertake a house build, right? Like, there's a lot of things to consider. You can't just do things willy-nilly because you might end up creating a death trap. And that's the last thing you want to be living in, a death trap. Good lord. Yeah, they're called builders for a reason. They're certified for a reason. They're professionals for a reason. I mean, sure, there are some stinkers out there. Absolutely, no doubt, right? You're not always gonna get top of the line service, and you get like some really crappy people. But I don't know. I feel like if I didn't know how to do a thing, I would much rather go to someone, right? Try to find someone who at least knows something about it. I'm gonna do my research, right? See who's got good ratings, who's got good word of mouth, who's least likely to try to scam me. But you know, I'd turn to someone else. You know. I guess that must be the part of it, right? It's like people out there just don't trust anyone but themselves. Even if they don't know a thing about what they're trying to do, they'll do it anyway because they don't trust anyone else to do it. And that can lead to some unfortunate consequences. Alright, well, on that note, somewhat awkward note, but we got through another division, right? Pretty handily, too. So we have a freestyle division and challenges. Imagine we could probably put both of those into a stream next week, right? And then that will be a tour through the Aqua Moto Racing Utopia. We're at the midpoint now, so we still got a few days left here, but you know, we can enjoy them while we can, right? Have ourselves a little time to relax in paradise before we reconvene for the next few races. Brings to mind that furry meme. I have no idea what I'm doing. That reminds me of the Team Fortress 2 thing. I think it was like in Meet the Medic, where Heavy goes, "Are you sure you know what you're doing?" And then Doctor just goes, "Aha! I have no idea." I just love the way the medic just says it, right? Anytime I imagine, like, I see the words, "I have no idea," I just think about medic going, "I have no idea!" And just enthusiastically going into whatever they're doing, right? Alright. On that note, I think, for now, I'll go ahead and call it here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Friday, where I will get into Botany Manor. Have a good night! Yeah, you have yourself a good night and a wonderful tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out. But yeah, I'll be giving Botany Manor a go on Friday, and that's because it's leaving Game Pass in 6 days, so since I have stuff to do this weekend, Friday's really gonna be like the only day I can do it, unless I want to grill it, but it's short, right? Like how long the beat says, 3 hours, so even if I do take a little longer, I should be able to get it done in one night. And it is a game I've wanted to check out all the time, so yeah, we'll get in there. We'll see. Right, we're gonna go inland for a bit and go look at some plants. How's that sound? Sound good to you? I hope it does. Alright, let's look for someone to raid. And I will fire up some music for the background. It's kind of funny, right? Because the game, for some reason, played the menu music, even though I wasn't focused in it. I mean, a lot of the games seem to do that, right? If I start it up for the first time and I don't click into it, then it'll play as if it was focused the whole time. I'm not sure what causes it. I have to look into, like, is that like a setting you pick, or is that like a programming quirk or something? I'm not quite sure. I imagine once I have like proper alternative screens, right, when I can transition from a chat screen to the game screen, and then once we're done with the game screen, we can transition back to chat. I'll probably be more appreciative of games that automatically mute when I defocus, but for now, it's like, I like it the other way. Alright, I like it the other way. Just me, though. That's just me. Okay, let's see who's on. Who can I raid into? Man. A lot of people playing the multiplayer games tonight. It's a lot of Fortnite, a lot of Repo. Let's do the game of the hour. That was kind of funny. Someone in my friend group kind of proposed, hey, why don't we all play Repo? I'm like, yeah. I like watching it, but I feel like actually playing it might be a bit too nerve-wracking for me. I will just tell them, hey, since I'm gonna be away this weekend, why don't you try playing Repo then? Imagine they'll probably try not to progress on Return to Moira, right? At most, they'll probably just like fortify the base or something. That's what they've been doing. Oh yeah, still some people playing Schedule 1. Kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked a little. Many people are playing Schedule 1 as there are. But on the other hand, I guess it makes sense. It's just wacky. Schedule 1 just looks very, very wacky. Even if it is all about drugs and stuff, the fact that the drugs just do do crazy junk, it's just fun time. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make it loop. That's why we were in silence for a bit there. There we go. By loop, I mean make the video loop, right? The music isn't quite set up to loop. I'm guessing Aqua Moto Racing Utopia is not big enough to get someone who's dedicated to trying to make the tune loop, and that's okay. What for funsies? Let's see if anyone else is playing this game. Nope, it's just me. I'm not shocked. Really, I'm not shocked. Oh wait, I think I might have found someone. Okay. Let's see if they have raids open. Alright, I need to make sure I stop raids. It's a thing I always need to remember to do at the end of a stream. Just put in the prevent other people from raiding me, because it's always a fun time when I go raid someone. They're like, ah, snap, about to end stream, or no, I did have one instance. It was like almost 2 years ago now, where I was about to end the stream and then I got raided at the end. I was like, all right, we can continue. I ended up continuing. I was gonna wrap things up, but I went for like another 2 hours. Okay, looks like they have raids open. So raid message. What did we use last week? Just use that again. Hold on, I'm gonna my VODs here. Good to see what my raid message last week is, so we can just use that again. Imagine it was like Aqua, Moto, Racing Raid, or something like that, right? Let's see, watch. Sure, mute this. Oh. Oh, that's what I used. I mean, I guess that makes sense too because of what this game is. Alright. Alright. Okay. Raid message is going to be Wave Raid, and our raid E is hold on. Where is it? Where's the thing? Our raid fellow we're raiding into tonight is going to be Ali Robotnik. They are playing Super Mario Party Jamboree, the latest game in the Mario Party series. It's like they're playing one of the big multiplayer modes right now. Ah, man. When I start collabing with folks, I imagine it's probably going to be a good amount of Mario Party in the future, right? Yeah, I enjoy Mario Party, so I imagine this will be an enjoyable time, right? Let's go over there and give Ali Robotnik our support, shall we? If you're joining on the raid, give him Wave Raid, and if not, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday for Botany Manor. Take care. Whew, okay, went through. Also, I do apologize that tonight was like a bit of a shorter stream, but I've also been nursing like a bit of a throbbing head. Glad that didn't like adversely affect my performance too much. I don't think. I hope not. Alright, see ya.